What's going on, guys? Jay the Black here. Shout out to everybody tuning in. I want to talk about this breakup between DDG and Halle Bailey. This is something that was going to happen eventually. I knew that once she had that baby, this relationship was going to be all but over. And he put up a post on social media basically admitting to it. Now, this relationship has kind of been rocky over the last year. I made a video recently, I'll link it in the description box, where I spoke about Ruby Rose, ex-girlfriend of his, a girl he used to mess with, right? She exposed him trying to link up with her, according to her, because I guess they were communicating with each other. And then Ruby Rose alluded to the fact that him and Halle may have had an argument or disagreement. And whenever that happens, he contacts her. We all know that Ruby Rose has admitted that, you know, she that DDG was one of her favorites. And I'll just leave it there, right? And I spoke about it in my other video. And it looks like this relationship is officially over, according to him, because he put the post up on his social media. As a matter of fact, we are going to get into this article here via Yahoo. It says DDG has informed his followers that he and Halle Bailey have decided to break up. Although Bailey has not announced the same news, fans' thoughts about the breakup begin pouring in, with some skeptical and others applauding the split. Probably because they think that he's trolling, because he's using it for clout or attention. But that's up to y'all interpretation of it. The moonwalking in Calabasas rapper took to his Instagram story on Thursday with a PSA. Now, this is the post here that he put up. He says, "Dear friends and supporters, after much reflection and heartfelt conversations, Halle and I have decided to go our separate ways. This decision was not easy, but we believe it's the best path forward for both of us. And I cherish the time that we spent together and the love we've shared. Despite the changes in our relationship, our love for each other remains deep and true. We are still best friends and adore each other. As we focus on our individual journeys and our roles as co-parents, we cherish the bond we've built and the beautiful moments that we've shared. As we navigate this transition, we ask for your understanding and support. Thank you for your love and encouragement." Did DDG write this? It sounds like a PR statement. Well, let me say this about this relationship. I knew it was going to fail at some point, because I think they're opposites, you know. Halle Bailey seems like very introverted. She is career oriented. She has a lot going on in her family. She has no relationship with her father, and I think it has a lot to do with the lifestyle choices her and her sister have made. They've made these lifestyle choices, and now we see where it's at, right? As far as DDG is concerned, he's a content creator turned rapper. I don't know how successful he is as a rapper. Again, that's up to your interpretation. But as I said, I knew this relationship was going to fall apart once a baby was introduced, because I've seen this over and over and over again. I've seen how these relationships fall apart as soon as a baby is introduced. And once a baby got introduced into this situation, it was only going to be a certain amount of time before it was, it was over. And I don't think a lot of these and DDG admitted himself, and I'm going to show y'all the video clip. He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready to be no family man. He wasn't ready to really commit to Halle. And let me go to Halle for a second. Here you are, a single mother now. You're a single mother. Is this going to stop men from wanting to date her? No, she's still in her early to mid 20s. People, there are guys going to find her attractive. She has somewhat of a career. She's not been, I haven't seen her really being promoted for anything recently. Maybe y'all have seen that and I haven't. You can let me know. Now she's basically going to be a full-time single mother, because she decided that she wanted to have a baby by a guy who had one foot out the relationship. DDG had one foot out this relationship, and you can tell. Even his own comments, you can tell that he had one foot out. He only stayed, I believe, because Halle was popping. Let's keep it very clear. He's on all these red carpets with her, soaking up all the attention with her, and I think he got caught up. But once she had that baby, and they had to be a family, I just think that at some point it was going to fall apart eventually, because a lot of these young guys just are not ready to be family men. And he said it himself. And again, we're going to get into it. As a matter of fact, before I even get into this, let's go to this clip here where he's been interviewed.
Told you this on the side.
Yeah.
And I said, bro, like, it's best for you to be single in these years of your life so you can really grind.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't nobody going nowhere. Bella ain't going nowhere. Unless a girl get a new or something, but like Bella ain't going nowhere, Brooklyn ain't going nowhere, whatever, you know, whoever you like in this moment. But get your ducks in a row first and grind and not have no restriction. There's real restrictions when you're in a relationship.
Yeah,
it's like
definitely.
you gotta always consider their feelings.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't really work how you want to work.
Yeah.
And if I can tell myself something at age 22, I would tell myself not to get in a relationship, because it's damn near like having a part-time job, bro.
Yeah.
You really have to apply a lot of time and effort. Like, you might be doing videos all day and your girl get an attitude when you're doing your last video, like, when you gonna take me out to eat?
Yeah.
When you gonna take me to the movies? When we gonna go on a date? And then it causes relationship problems in your real life that can affect your content. And you might get mad in the argument. You might not want to film the next day. Might not want to stream the next day. Might not want to go to the studio the next day. Whatever. Like, so I would tell myself, if I was 22, I would say, bro, just grind it out. Let a relationship happen. Yeah. But only happen when you feel comfortable in yourself as a man. Like, I would tell me, I'm gonna stop yapping after this is my last comment. I feel like you shouldn't get in a relationship until you feel like a nigga can't DM your girl and take your girl. Like, if you feel like it's out there that's more lit than you, more like stable than you, that can take your girl, then you ain't working hard enough. You know, I told you this on the side.
And again, this is why it's up to a lot of these young men to seek out advice before they take these relationships further, right? Like, this is why you got to take precautions in these relationships. If you're in it and you know you don't want to get this person pregnant, you got to take a precaution. And obviously he did not do that. But now I think that because he's experienced being a dad, being in a relationship, and he's not ready for it. But you still always going to be a father. That's not going to go away. Maybe in the short term he needed that break. But long term, you're still going to have a child that's going to need to be taken care of. That's why a lot of young people need to be careful and protect yourself so you can avoid getting into these situations where you have to leave somebody because you don't want to be a family man right now. This is why the red pill philosophy is very important, ladies and gentlemen. You can say whatever you want to, but the red pill philosophy works. It does help men. You got a lot of these beta males that's going to tell you that, oh, it doesn't help. Yes, it does. Because you can avoid impregnating somebody when you know you're not ready to be no dad. And like as he said, you can focus on grinding, focus on making money instead of impregnating and getting into relationships you don't want to be in. I truly believe that DDG may not even want to date Halle that long. Maybe it was something that went longer than it need to. This is why it's very important to protect yourself, to avoid becoming somebody's baby daddy. So let me know what y'all think in the comments section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.